everyone. I can see quite a few students are here. And some of you, I know you very well, and thanks for coming. I know we still have a couple minutes. So while we are waiting for other students to join us, may I just ask you a quick question so you can put in the chair list? I just want to simply ask you, have you eaten anything you dislike? So take a couple minutes. We're going to start our meeting at 12:15. But I would like to ask everybody think about this. Have you ever sent an email you regret it? And please write in the chair list. Have you eaten anything you dislike? For those students who just joined us, would you please just write something, any food that you have regretted to eat? Okay, shall we begin? So good afternoon, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about a very important skill for your study and future work: how to write clear, respectful, and effective emails. I'm Dr. Hui-Ling Wang. I'm senior lecturer at Cinemat, BBE. So a lot of you are my students. If you have any questions, you feel free to contact me. The first questions that I would like to ask everybody to think about it, just as ice break. I want you write in the chair list. Have you eaten anything you dislike? And think about this. Have you ever sent an email you regret? I have to say I have done quite a few, but I hope I was wiser and more and can do things more clear, and I probably will not do that. So first, I would like to acknowledge and respect the Gadigal people of the Ola Nation, the traditional owners of the college land, and their elders past and present. Yeah, so here's what we will cover today. We will walk through what makes an email effective, from understanding what an email is, to write it well, avoiding common mistakes, and make sure you are ready to hit the send button with confidence. So what is an email? An email is more than just a message you send. Email is a very powerful communication tool. It helps you build relationships, share information, and get things done. At the Cinemat, you will use it to communicate with lecturers, student advice, academic support, and sometimes future employers. An effective email will help your reader understand you quickly and clearly. So think about email is like part of two-way conversation. It's really important to write good emails. There are various reasons. It can show respect to the reader. It helps you get the information and help needs it build a positive impression. And this is very useful for your study and career. So let's look what can happen when we send a poor email. So first, if you send an email not clear and you left out key details, for example, your lecturer may write back asking you to explain further, that back and forth will waste time. And number two, if your wording is vague, like you say accept, without a clear deadline, your reader may not act when it needs to do, or it can have done something wrong, unable to meet what your expectation. Number three, a demanding or slang-filled email, which we're going to talk a bit later, can offend people. It sounds like rude. If you or sound rude, your lecturer or supporting staff may be less eager to assist you. Always show respect. And number four, you might lose opportunities. An unprofessional email can lead to being passed over for internship or special projects because you don't make a good impression. Finally, it will reduce your credibility. Typos or missing attachments look careless. So your reader may question your overall competence. And there are more reasons why we should not write poor emails. By avoiding these pitfalls, we should use clear language, respectful tone, and complete information. And you can get faster answer, build trust, and open door for new opportunities. Okay, can we use ChatGPT to help us with our email? The answer is yes, and you probably should use, but you must use it responsibly and ethically. So we all understand ChatGPT can help us draft a very polite and professional email. It can improve the tone, be more polite. You can ask them to check your grammar and structure. You can even suggest some formal wording. However, you do not copy paste entire message without editing. You must ensure your email reflects your own intent and voice. Copy paste directly from ChatGPT will show you're irresponsible and show your less competence. So try not to do that. You can use it as a helper tool. So use ChatGPT as a helper. It's not a substitute for your work. And you must use your own thinking and must show your professionalism. You always double check the facts and dates, so you do not rely on AI for all this information, and prove right again before you sending it by yourself rather than use ChatGPT. So in summary on this, yes, you can use ChatGPT, but you have to use smartly and most professionally and responsibly. Now, let's get into the very important part, is the structure of an effective email. So it's very simple and how should I say, it's a very simple structure for you when you are writing an email. I give you an example here. You can say to who do you want to send to? This is sender. So I didn't cover the theory, but basically when we are talking about communication, we have sender, we have receiver, we have our message intent to send, and then while the medium, which is the email, internet, and decode the message and send to the receiver, which is the person who you want to send message to. So you can see here is, for example, a student called Ken Kumar want to send me this email. He have to make sure it's correct email address, which is Hui-Ling Wang at cinemax.edu.au. And then the first things you need to pay attention is subject. Subject is what the email is about. You must make it clear, specific, but concise. I'm going to give you some tips later on how to write a good subject. After subject here, you must give greeting and salutation. For example, if I'm Hui-Ling Wang, I have PhD degree, so you should call me Dr. Hui-Ling Wang. Always show respect to others. If I'm just I don't have PhD, you can call me dear Miss Wang, okay? Or Mr. Smith, or give the title. So a few examples. Yeah, you can say dear Professor Smith, dear academic supporting, hi student service, or hi Dr. Hui-Ling, dear madam and sir. So there are few examples here you can use. Did you notice I actually put the madam first before sir, because this is a new way we are trying to show respect to women. So you always put a woman, address a woman first. Now, the third part is the body. So body is your message. So what kind of message you want to convert to your receiver? In the message, again, we call body here, but there are three parts. Almost like everything you write, you have beginning, middle, and the end. The beginning is open line. So it's really important. Even it's almost like a mechanic. You have to ask, I hope you are well. I wish you are well. I hope this email finds you. I hope this email finds you well. This kind of opening line. If it's a long weekend, you can say, I hope you have a nice long weekend, and so on. The main content is the most important information which you want to convey to your receiver. So all the detailed information, but you need to get to the point. No long stories. Keep concise. Even you can make dot points, make it very clear, but you have to include all information. Finally, you have a closing line. Again, this is to show politeness. You usually thank you for your help. I really appreciate if you can reply me on this inquiry, and so on. Did I mention earlier, yes, you can use ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can help you a lot on this content, but you must come back to your own thinking, your own meaning, make sure it's your message rather than, the template type message. Finally, you need to sign off. Sign off, usually, most commonly, we say best regards, kind regards. And you can write yours sincerely, and so on. Later on, I'm going to show you a few tips. Provide your signature. At the CineMate, it would be nice you give your phone name, your student number. If you can provide those information, will be give us faster to process your work. Now, email writing is an art. A short and clear email signal to the reader that you are thoughtful and intelligent. Do you agree? Some tips for writing better emails. I prepared 7 tips. So let's go through one by one. First one, use a simple, specific subject line. The worst is you don't put anything in subject line, so people will not know what this is about. Second thing is you probably write the subject line, but it's too simple. You must be more specific. If you say question, then the person who receives your email your reader wondering what kind of question. So perhaps I can make it more specific. Question about bus 112 assessment task 2 due date. So it's very clear for us to know this is your inquiry. Some good example here to show you. You can say request for academic advice appointments, follow up on course enrollment issue, or feedback on draft essay, and so on. So the subject line is the first things the reader will see. So you have to make it clear so they know what your email is about. Tips number 2, always use a greeting. Greeting is really important. Do not use hey, you, hi, bro, and so on. I'm going to show you some example later. Always start with greeting. If you skip this, your email can feel rude. Okay. To your lecturer, always address their title, dear Dr. Chen, dear Dr. Wang. Supporting staff, if you don't know who are you going to send to, dear student service team. If you don't know who are you going to deal with, you can use this one. To whom it may concern. This is only used if you really can't find a name to address. But this is also, at least this is better than you don't know anyone, you don't address anyone. So remember, always use a greeting. If you don't know any of the person you're going to send to, at least you can use to whom it may concern. Have you heard the KISS? Don't think wrong. KISS. What does that mean? It's very important when you write any email, you have to think about KISS. Keep it short and simple. So KISS, okay? So remember, your message has to keep it short and simple. And yet you need to cover all the important information. I know it's a bit hard, but this is the way you need to put in your mind. When you write a message, you need to include all the key information, and yet you need to keep it short and simple, which we use the acronym KISS, KISS. All right, tip number 3. Keep your email short and simple, which we just mentioned. You know, we are very busy. People are busy. Everybody is busy. So make your email clear, easy to read. Try to get to the point. Use short paragraph, 2 to 4 lines, not too long. You are not writing an essay there. Simple sentence are better than long ones. Bullet points is okay in your email because it gives you more than clear, easy to read. So for example here, dear Dr. Lee, I have a few questions. Has the assessment criteria changed for assessment class 1? Then is it possible to request an extension if needed? Could I meet during office hour next week? Look, these students had 3 questions, so I probably put separate into 3 different points, like what I just did here. Here is not good. I have few questions, so you make it like 1 paragraph, but really difficult for the reader to read. So if you can divide all your questions into 3 different parts, like the square, the red square here, that will be better. So keep your email short and sorry guys, short and simple. Remember the principle of KISS. Tip number 4, make your purpose or request clear. So if you can make sure your request is clear, though, and make it more immediately. So get the point. If you want to introduce yourself, you need it in your email because you want to make your request clear. So if sometimes your lecturer will not know who you are from which unit. So if you can, even they know you well, but sometimes the email will give them a quick idea. So you can say, introduce yourself. My name is so-and-so. I'm first year students in something and I'm writing to something, okay? So make sure your request is clear. Otherwise, you're wasting time for people come and asking. Your lecturer might ask you a question and you have reply. It kind of wastes a lot of time. So let's make sure your request is clear. So we want to be more efficient in our email. Tip number 5 is use a professional closing. We did show you the structure of an email. So it's really important you have closing, okay? The closing should be, here I say you have to be professional closing. So best regard, kind regards, these are most conventional, professional way to end your closing. But if you know this person well, you can say best wishes, all the best, no problem. If you know them really well, like I do this a lot to my students, I would say cheers. But in a formal setting, you probably would not use cheers, use best regards. But cheers is all right. You send to your friends, your lecturer, if you know them well, you already gone 5 weeks. So this is okay. All these are professional clothing. You must use it. Then finally here, there's the signature block. So at the back. Tip number 6, review for clarity and accuracy before you sending. So don't just send it. Send it before you read your email aloud. And read it, does it sounds polite and clear? So before sending it, read it by yourself and then imagine yourself with the receiver. Is this clear? Is this polite? Also check spelling. Again, you can use Grammarly or ChatGPT for your grammar checking. But be careful. Sometimes they change the way which you don't want. So you need to make sure your comments is properly and they can really make sure your spelling grammar is accurate. Ensure your tone match your situation. Always show respect for professional. Even you are angry. I'm going to show you later. Even you are angry, you should not send anger later. I'll show you later. So important, do not rely fully on AI. This is very important advice I want to give you. You always check the output yourself before you submit it. Tip number 7, include your signature here. One thing I've noticed, a lot of our students, when they are writing their name, they tend to use the lowercase. Your name, you need to be proud. Your first letter of your name, always capital letter. Like here, I show you Hui-Ling Wang. My H, W must capital case. I did put here, sorry, I didn't mention earlier here, but now I just saw here. Did you see? After my subject, I have a salutation, my greeting, and then my main body. I always have an empty line. Show the empty line to make your email more clear for your readers. Okay, so, and then there's a few things you must pay attention. You need to have a capital letter for your own name, to your receiver name. Like if you write to me, Dr. Hui-Ling Wang, you need to be Dr. H capital letter rather than lowercase. May I just point out one thing I just remember now? Always call people surname Dr. Wang or Dr. Hui-Ling is okay. It's kind of a close relationship. You can call me Dr. Hui-Ling, but never call me Hey Wang. Hey Hui-Ling is okay. Wang is surname. You must have an address. You can call me Miss Wang, dear Miss Wang, or even you can call someone else. You can call Hi, Mr. Smith. You never say Hi, Smith, Hi, Wang. So this is something you need to be careful when you're writing English, particularly in email. So I was asking you any food you regretted to eat. I haven't had a chance to see, but I want to tell you, for me, an email structure or structure of your email is like a sandwich, starting with something warm, get to the meat, and write up with nicely. So are you hungry? We're almost finished, and you can have your lunch very soon. A few examples, right? I'm going to show this just be later. I have 3 examples. I want to just quickly cover don't or do. Okay, what you need to do, example of some do and don'ts. Yeah, okay, just quickly go to this example here. Don't use these few things like abbreviation, emoji, and so on. Hey, I don't get the main assessment. What do I need to do? Pass, reply, accept, that. Ha. This is too casual, too informal. The better tone will be, do you remember you need to have a title, salutation, greeting. Dear Professor Lee, I hope you are well. I'm writing to clarify the instructions for assessment 2. Could you please advise me on the key requirements? Thank you for your help. Always write this, okay? Show your appreciation. Kind regards, Jamie Chen, and so on. I actually recommend my students in your greeting, always say something sweet. Dear Professor Lee, I hope you are well. I really enjoy the first lesson you provide in the class. However, I'm still not clear with something or the other. So you give the reader a bit of warm feeling and it sounds good. So remember, writing an email, sorry, what did we say? Writing an email is like a sandwich, right? Emails. Start with something warm, get to the meat, which is important, key, relevant information, and write up nicely, show your appreciation. All right, guys, there are 3 examples I will show just a bit later. I hope I have enough time. I want to quickly cover some few big no-no, okay? Don'ts. Let me double check. Yeah. Number 1, big no-no. Do not use all caps. Oh, do not use all capital letters, okay? And then also do not overuse punctuation marks. I feel sometimes I also put some punctuation marks just to show excitement, but in the formal email, really try to avoid, because when you use all capital letters, it's like you are shouting, unless you want to shout nice. I mean, just try to be careful. If you want to, don't use all capital letters. It looks like you're shouting. Second one, don't email late at night and at close to midnight and expecting you receive a reply next day morning. As a matter of fact, you should allow 72 hours for a response, even if it's urgent. You don't ask whoever received the email, say, why you haven't replied? Have you received my email? Even at the urgent, you must wait 72 hours for a response. You only reply to this person after 3 to 5 days if they haven't replied you. I think this is a basic courtesy, okay? So make sure you should not expecting too much. Another big no-no is don't send an empty email without attachments. So what does that mean? You look like you are careless. You don't look you are professional. I've done this before, but I feel like we need to always remind ourselves, make sure, double check. If you say there's attachments, you write something. Please find attached document. Can you just memorize those things when you send someone? Use this one in your email. Dear so-and-so, I've attached the document for your reference. Dear so-and-so, attached is the document that you requested. Here is the document attached. Something clear, instruction to let your reader know there's attachment. So do not just send attachment without anything in the email. And don't write your full message in the subject line. And I'm telling you, I have received those kind of email and make me a bit upset. Like, come on, this is a basic courtesy, okay? If you write everything, the whole message in your subject line, what will happen? You look unprofessional. It's really hard to read and respond to. And it might be treated as a phishing email and people not even open it. That don't read and just delete right away. And very important, I think from your perspective, your important information may be missed because the message may cut off. So subject line is the full summary, the key points, but not the full message. Okay, this is really important to everyone, including me, including you. Don't email when angry. You must cool first. I recommend you write the email, save it, do not send out. Wait for a couple hours, check again, maybe wait for another 24 hours before you submit out. Cooling off help you clarity. Take time to calm down, let you write a clear and more professional and more effective message. So anger will cloud your judgment. When you are angry, you might write things you don't really mean and you come across as rude and harsh. I did ask you, have you submitted any email you regretted? And I have to tell you, I have. Because sometimes I will just feel like I need to send this email out to show what I stand for, but realize I didn't get my message across. So it's really, really important. Cool. Sometimes you can ask friends to read this message, see it's appropriate. Because when we send message, when we send an email, we have purpose. We are not just show anger. We want to convey our message. Perhaps I want to get a refund. I should not just get an angry email. I need to think about my strategy. How can I get my money back? I want to get past the unit. I need to think about how can I write nicely to convince my reader to achieve whatever I intend to do. All right, this is interesting. Don't use the emoji or text language with in your formal email. We still, if you know your lecturer well, no problem. Show a smiley face, love heart is no problem, because I do this to my students only because I know them well. I probably do not show this to a formal setting. I probably will try to avoid. I definitely will avoid if this is formal setting. If I'm looking for a job, I'm not going to put my emoji. So remember, email is not a text message or social media post. Emojis and text message look unprofessional, and it causes your message to be misunderstood. Seriously, look at this one. This wink your eyes is success. I don't know. Maybe I think about take it easy. So be careful what kind of message you want conveyed. Okay, many annoying, offensive. It can annoy the people who receive your message. The important email may be ignored. Another thing, do not use you. Write you, Y-O-U instead. PLS, do not use that. Use please. GR8, you know what does that mean? It means great. So don't use this abbreviation. Ta, don't use that. Say thank you. So those things are really important. Make sure you are writing appropriate. You don't need to write perfect email, just clear and polite ones. I must acknowledge some content in this presentation was developed with the assistance of ChatGPT, OpenAI, and Adapt for CineMate students. AI tool must use responsibly. Okay, thank you guys. I kind of finished. I don't really have time for any questions. I do have three examples. I know I didn't really have time to show, but now just give me 2 seconds. I want to show you. Example 1, email to a lecturer. The poor email will be like, hey, I don't get the assessment. What do I need? I did this one. We already give this example. Send to your lecturer, show your respect, give proper title, proper opening, middle of your content, and closing, and your signature. Number 2, if you want to send to a student with a service, use student services, and then lost my ID card, need one ASAP, LOL, help. This is not good, okay? Very informal. So placement student ID request. Dear student service, I hope you are well. I have misplaced and thank you for your help. Kind regards. If you don't know you don't know student service, you can say to whom it may concern. We did mention that earlier. The third one, if you email to academic support, this is just say subject should be very clear. Don't just write request. Request for what? Request for academic skill workshop registration. Again, like I mentioned earlier, you have beginning, opening, content, and thanks and your regards. Okay, guys, I think I have finished today's presentation. I hope it's useful for you. Writing good email is a simple way to show your professionalism, build good relationship, and help you success both now and your future career. And thank you. Sorry, I'm just trying to finish this. Any questions?
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Hui-Ling. Very, very informational, a lot of information and a very useful one.
Thank you.
Especially with all the students, like sending email to every department is always part of their life. And this is a very, very, very good session.
Thank you, Hui-Ling. And I hope it's as useful as everyone here. I can see we have about 25 students. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate. I still want to know why you have eaten something wrong, something you regret, something you wish you never eaten before. But thanks for coming. As I mentioned earlier, I have I'm here. So if you have any questions, please ask me. I'm happy to help. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Hui-Ling.
Thank you. Bye. I'm going to leave now.